2015, what was going on. So I go check the school. They bunching a bunch of Crips from the fucking school from LA. Going over there, I guess they got kicked out too. So it ain't number two, three bloods. The other niggas is busters. So I check in school. I'm fighting the first day. Don't get caught. Bunch of blind spots to fight. They got this one nigga from Nutty Block Compton crib named Javon Taylor. He the leader of these niggas. I'm fighting the shit out this nigga every day, 2, 3 times a day. Finally see Kim. Y'all know the move. First move is to try to get her to let you use that locker. Y'all remember the play. You know what I mean? So after a while, no, Halloween pop up. This what happened. Halloween pops up. She wears motherfucking football jersey at school. It's a high school nigga jersey. Like, damn, who's this some jersey she got on, right? So I'm asking her, she tell me who's in there. I said, oh, I know the nigga. Square nigga out the neighborhood. A little older than us, right? So I learned how to get to the school. I started driving to school. I already had a car at that time. I would drive to school parking down the street. So when the bus would drop her off, I pick her up from the bus stop, take her, get something to eat, take her to her homegirl house. So one weekend, I decided to go hang out with her little boyfriend. She didn't know it. He didn't know it. So I go hang out with the niggas. I'm hanging out with these square ass niggas all weekend, getting irritated. I'm missing money. My page is going off, but I got to figure out something. And that nigga said the cold thing, like, damn, man, I don't know what's up with Kim, man. Man, she a motherfucking virgin. She won't let a nigga fuck. When I heard that, I said, music to my ears. Time to make a move, right? Uh, Picking her up from school, picking her up from school. I told her one day, I said, yo, when we gonna make this shit official? She like, well, I got a boyfriend. I said, well, I can fix that. I go tell that nigga right now. She said, all right, well, if that's what you're gonna do, shit, let me know. So I dropped her off, went over there to the projects, knocked on the door, told the nigga, hey, don't call her no more, that's me. Nigga looked at me like I was crazy, went in there, tried to call her. She answered. Said, yo, Cass just came over here and said this, what he talking about? She said, I guess he talking about whatever he told you. You didn't say nothing to him when he told you that? No. She said, okay, well, I guess it's over then. And then it was been on from there. We was like 14. And it just been on from there.
Damn.
What it was.
Hey, took the
Huh?
That's
nigga, girl.
tight.
That's
And what it was, when
crazy.
I found out, nigga, that she was still a virgin, I said, all systems go. So I hung with this square nigga all weekend trying to
He
figure
said,
this shit out.
awesome.
Weird ass nigga. These niggas was weird. Yeah, so that nigga was
That's,
sick. He started calling her mom and all kind of weird ass shit.
Yeah, he was
That's
hurt. He was
crazy.
hurt.
oh, you fucked his whole life up, Wack. Dang.
But you gotta remember, I was a different type of nigga. Like I was already moving different. Uh, I remember her mama divorced her husband and fell on hard times, and they moved from my house to apartment. So I remember going over there. uh, I remember coming to the door. Back then, they put an eviction on your door. You know what I'm saying? So, and back then, the manager always lived in the apartment, a unit in there. I
Uh,
come to the door, see the eviction. I go knock on the door. They tell me, yeah, I think rent was like 750, 800, some shit. And like, yeah, they behind a month. So I paid the month. I gave them like 15, 1600. Came back, gave her mom the eviction letter. I said, yo, I got it caught up and I paid for the next month. And I went in there and went to sleep. And shit, by the time I woke back up, it was like 2 in the morning. Usually she come wake me up by 10, tell me it's time to go. Shit, it's about 2 in the morning. I look around, shit, ain't nobody fucking with me. I go back to sleep. Woke up the next morning, and shit, that's just what it was from that day forward. I'm hustling. Wasn't no bank accounts back then. I used to give Kim the money. She used to so take out the stuff it in the teddy bear, sew the shit up in the teddy bear. Or if I'm gang banging shit going on, but I'm really heading the household young. I remember sending her to driving school. Shit cost $300. I remember shit like that because I paid for it. And I started, I had to take her school shopping. Like I've been doing this shit, paying bills since I've been like 14 years old for real. Take her school shopping. I just met her daddy about 5 years ago, literally. I met her daddy when I was like 40. I don't know where dude was at.
Sheesh. Why is that?
I don't know. Shit, I don't know where the nigga was at. So met her daddy at 40. And, years go by, I'm doing time. That's them pictures you see when we real young. Like that's her in the visiting room. Like literally. So I'm doing time in and out, in and out, in and out. And shit. Came home, got a spot with Necker, went and got a crackhead, used his name. Got a spot with Necker. You couldn't tell me nothing. Boy, I had motherfucking tennis court I didn't use and all kind of shit. And called by this time I was a white collar criminal. Like wasn't no drugs going on. It was like, we was doing all the machines late night. We going to the gas stations, taking the little front pounds out the Chevron, hooking up the credit card machines to the slide. White people giving us their information to rob their account. Long as it's up under 100, they got the insurance paid them back. So if I hit them for 80, we get them 40 cash, keep 40 cash, and then they go file their little claim and get the whole 80 back anyway. I'm doing shit like that. And I ain't even in the ghetto. I ain't in the projects. I ain't selling no dope. I'm living like that. So, back then niggas wasn't buying new cars. We was buying old cars and just fixing them up.
Yeah.
Wasn't no mandatory insurance, wasn't none of that kind of shit back then. So remember I fucked around and some Jewish dudes and they convinced me to buy some stock. They showed me how to get some stock. I think it was like Intel, some shit like that. And brought in, it was low, like $26, $28 a share. And I just did a move. So I took the whole 40,000 and put it towards that. That's I caught that case and
Oh shit.
went to the penitentiary, not from that, but from that stock. That stock kind of, she was like 2 months pregnant with my son. So that stock, was taking care of her while I was gone. Then I got
Boy.
behind the walls, and you know me, I'm gonna find a way to hustle. And I realized that every month when they gave us our little statements for our little books, they would throw away the carbon copies in the trash. And then anything under $100 on the inmate truck withdrawal, you didn't have to go get signed off from the counselor. So back then they had a little spot on Alvarado by MacArthur Park. You go over there, you get all the fake IDs, fake social security numbers, all that bullshit. You have my homegirl go get about 5, 6 names, gave them to me, so I'm going through all the carbon copies. Niggas that got 500, 600, odd numbers, $738. I'm hitting them $79, $84. I'm hitting them like at least 100 of these niggas every month, and they sending the motherfucker checks out to the PO boxes on the streets to the names they got the faces for. So I robbed them niggas for like 18 months when they realized this shit. Right?
Shit.
No, this real shit. Like this picture right here, look, I was like 14. I was in YA right there. That's Kim. For real. That's a real picture. That's like I could show pictures of me and her in every fucking visiting room. Yup. That's Fred C. Nellis, 11850 East William Boulevard, Gladiator School, Youth Authority. So did my
Your
time.
ass was buff. Sheesh.
No, that was young too. That wasn't, yeah. That was
You're drowning.
so then came home, and up in this time I came home. That's when she got pregnant. No, well, she pregnant, I'm in prison, come home. My son like 5. He was 2 months pregnant when I left, so he like five or some change. Come home. I'm on fucking SSU high control parole. Fucking unit in front of your house, 6 months out the year, all this crazy shit. They threatened me, told me if I didn't get a job, they're gonna send me back to the pen. So I went to the rescue mission or something. And they had a job where you can go around pick up donations. Pay me $6.50 an hour, but I figured shit. If I go back to the pen, they're gonna pay me 3 cents an hour, $25 a month. So I might as well take this job, stay on the street till I figured out. Um, did that, and then I did some bullshit. I went back to the pen, fucking with the homies. One of them nigga begging me, whack man. Man, help me do this lick. I know you can bust this check. He had like a $200,000 check. I knew how to bust it. I'm like, look, bro, that female name on there, is that who I think it is? He's like, yeah. My mind is telling me, stupid motherfucker, you ain't supposed to be doing no business with these niggas with this shit. I did it anyway. At the time, we was robbing Charles Schwab. And back then, you could fill out the application. You could send a carrier to go deposit the check to open up the account. Let them motherfuckers sit for like 7 to 10 days and then start withdrawing it 20 at a time, 30 at a time, 50 here, there. So this stupid motherfucker, I give him the number to call so he can see the money been deposited. It's just on hold. He tells the motherfucking broad where it's at. This stupid broad goes down there.
Dumbass.
When we supposed to go on a Wednesday, she goes on a Tuesday. She walk her dumb stupid ass in there thinking she gonna pull all the money out and run on me, not realizing I filled out the application. So when they asked, she had the first name, last name, ID, but when they started asking her the maiden names and shit like that, I made that what I wanted to be. That was my only security, or you couldn't hit me. So she gave the motherfuckers a real maiden name. They dropped the gates on the broad, arrest her.
Wow.
Right now she going there. Guess what? They asked her, boom, boom, boom. This nigga then told her the whole play. So she give my name. I go to parole officer. They book me. Give me a case, beat the case, give me a 9-month violation. I end up at Chuckwaller down there in Blythe, California, like by the Arizona border. Roughest 9 months of my life because it's dorm living. I'm begging them to send me back to maximum security because this shit is weird. But the black captain said, nah, I'm reading your C file. You need to be here. You too used to being in those type of environments. You need to learn how to mingle with people again. So he made me do my time there. Did my 9 months. Um, Kim told me that her cousin's husband was driving the truck. He was making like $1,000, $2,000 a day. I should give it a shot. So we called the truck driving school. They told me to take $4,000 and go to truck driving school. I knew in order for me to do that, I had to get out hustling. They like, yeah, we just used the DMV book. So I told her to go get the book. She got the book, took it to the attorney. Attorney sent it to me legal mail. I got the book, stopped going to yard and studied the book, memorized the book every day. Got out before I went to see my parole officer, went to the DMV, took the test, passed the test, got a permit. Walked to the parole officer, told him, listen, I got my Class A permit. My uncle over here on his own truck, he gonna give me my hands-on training. He like, man, you on high control parole. Can't let you leave. I said, look, man, y'all send me to the fucking penitentiary at 16. I get out, do some bullshit. Ain't nobody gonna give me no real job. I ain't got no trade experience. I got a fucking GED. I got a kid. Either you gonna let me go on the road or you gonna turn me loose in these motherfucking streets, right?
Fact.
Parole officer was a black dude. I said, if I was your fucking son and you seen that the day he paroled, I went and took this test. You see the date on this? He looked at me. He said, hold on. He went back there and talked to the supervisor, asked for my uncle's information. Uncle get on the phone, told me I got a tracking system on my truck called a Qualcomm. You can call the company, whatever, blase, blase. I teach them hands on, whatever. They're like, we're gonna give you 10-day passes. We don't give a fuck what state you in. We don't give a fuck where you at. You find the nearest police department, you walk to the police department, give them this pass, show them the expiration, get their fax number, we'll send you another one. Cool. My uncle tell me I can't pay you number $300 a week. I said, I don't give a fuck, I just want the training. So he telling me, man, you can't get rich off this shit, but you can make a good living. All right, cool. So I realized, I noticed every time we pulled up, the loading dock, Mexican dudes is always working the loading dock with the pallet rack. And they would unload the trailer and we'd leave. But then he would give me a blank check to pay the dudes. It was always like $500 check for unloading, like a lumper fee, what they called it. So shit, I started going back there, watching how they unloaded, helping them unload. So after about 2 weeks, I said, all right, I'm gonna be the one to pull in to the dock while he sleep. I'm gonna get out and unload. He give me the blank check. I go to the bathroom, put it in my pocket. I'm making more money unloading the motherfucking trailer than I am getting paid to drive every week. Right?
Mm.
So so we doing at least 2 stops a week. So I'm making 1,000 a week there, 4,000 a month there, and another little punk 1,200 on my weekly, my little 300 a week. So 5,200 a week. I wasn't tripping. I'm figuring it out. Get my license every time we would stop because I never been a truck driving school. So every time we would stop, I set the cones up, learn how to back, pre-trip inspection, teaching myself the shit. Came home one weekend, went to the DMV, passed, and got my license. So now we on the road. Late night, we're on the 10 freeway coming through Tallahassee, the Panhandle of Florida. And I remember these motherfucking trucks coming by me, moving fast, like some different shit. I'm like, the fuck kind of truck is that? I'm looking at the trailer. Trailer look different, it's lower and shit. Got this crazy ass paint job. So I get on the CB and start talking to them. So they like, yeah, we enclose auto carriers. I said, is that right? Like, yeah. I'm like, yo, how much that load paying you? So I didn't believe them. They tell me some crazy shit. Our load is paying from San Diego. We going to Plant City, Florida. Load probably paying like 12,000. These niggas been picked up in Houston, going to Miami, Florida. These motherfuckers low paying down there 20,000, going half the distance. I'm like, the fuck? So I'm like, yo, what's the name of the company? They give me the information. Company called Select One. They up in Michigan. Name of that little city in Michigan. It's called Select One Auto Transport. Little city south of Detroit. Call up there. My uncle sleep. He don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I say, yeah, man, I want to, fill out the application, give him all my uncle's truck information, the year, the VIN number, all that. Cool. About 2.5 weeks later, we sit in motherfucking um, Virginia, DC somewhere. They called me. They said, hey, man, your application got approved. It's Burt Jones. I said, yeah, that's me. He said, yeah, you still got the T2000, the Kenworth? I said, yeah. They like all white, right? I said, yeah. They said, because our colors is white and blue. I said, yeah, truck all white. He said, all right, deadhead up here, drop your trailer. Deadhead up here. We got a trailer you gonna hook up to, some brand new Toyotas. They was Toyota Avalons. They just came out, steering wheel on the right side. They're going across the water, so I had to take them to
Right.
uh, the Long Beach dock. So we go, I tell my uncle, I said, listen, they tell me how much the load pay. So we would come out for like 12,000, get a load going back like 7,000. That's what we was doing. And fuel and everything came out of that. I said, listen, man, I got us another job. He looking at me like, motherfucker, you done been out here 3 months. Fuck you talking about. I said, look, man, I got this job. We need to go up here and do this job. I'm like, yo, the load pay a nigga 17,000 one way. He like, what? I said, if the load don't pay 17,000 one, you can fire me. I get out your truck. He said, cool. So we deadhead up there, hook up to the trailer, go around the corner. We couldn't load it. They loaded it for us. Fucking Detroit to Long Beach, we went. Got there, unloaded, paid 17,000. So now we all the logistics. Probably there like 6 months, getting money. You know what I mean? So now he paying me a percentage. He paying me 20% or whatever the truck come in. Cool. About 6 months, dude like, yo, man, when you gonna release your nephew? Let him drive one of the company trucks. He like, shit, you could have him now. So I got out of his truck, jumped into one of their trucks. They was giving me a salary like 2,500 a week, some shit like that. So I'm running the truck like 2 weeks. They're like, yo, you need to fill out the application because at the time I was running up under my uncle's authority. I fill out the application. They called me in a week later and say, hey man, a felony popped up, but it's not making sense. We looking at your date of birth and the date the felony was, it was like showing 16, but it showed prison. I said, yeah, I was 16 years old, man. They charged me as an adult. They looked at me, but by this time they know me as a person. I've been working with them for a minute. They like, 16, huh? I said, yeah, 16. They like, oh, don't worry about it. You know what
Mm.
I mean? So they let me keep working. Um, 2 years go by. Um, I think I get a $250,000 contract with them, probably like a year to that. We had a young driver kill somebody in Colorado, fell asleep.
Mm.
Killed the motherfucker because his company was fairly new. They said, well, all your drivers got to be 25 so we can insure them. I wasn't 25. So they said, look, we're going to run you as long as we can till they make us fire you. So I got like 3, 4 months out of them. They made them terminate me because of my age. So I go across the street, company called Wack100 Trucking. They got the BMW account. They controlled all BMWs in the motherfucking United States of America. When they come in, they moving them. So I walk in there, get my application. He like, yeah, you gotta go through the training course. I said, man, I just was hauling Range Rovers, your X5 BMWs, y'all hauling the cars. I shouldn't have to go through no training course. I don't want to wait. Can't none of your drivers outrun me, outwork me. Dude looked at me like, yeah, oh yeah. He hauled around the corner, called select one. They told him the situation. You're like, all right, I understand. You're like, all right, it's an old ass truck out there. Go ahead on and work that. Guess truck been sitting there 2 years. This motherfucker old as a motherfucker. I
Oh
wasn't
hell
giving
no.
I wasn't giving a fuck. I jumped in this old. Now I didn't know at the time that the dude I was talking to was the owner. Name is Wayne Wagner. You can Google Wagner's Trucking. Wayne and David Wagner's the owners. These motherfuckers been in the Fortune 500 company since the 50s. Started hauling fucking eggs and worked their way up to auto transport out of Oklahoma City over there, 15th Street Southeast over there. So I jump in the old truck. This motherfucker old roof leaking. It's fucked up. I ain't giving a fuck. I'm chasing the money. After 90 days, I get a bonus check for like $8,000. Come to find out, these motherfuckers is paying me an extra percentage for every mile I drove because I'm in an old truck. So
Oh
shit.
shit.
So now I don't want to get rid of the old truck, right? So I'm telling the people, listen, I want to go owner operator and buy my own truck. I'm making them so much money, they don't want to let me out the company truck. And it's unheard of for a company driver to go owner operator at this time. Long story short, they tell me sit tight, be patient. About 9, 10 months go by. Um, they tell me, yo, man, we got this load tools and shit that need to go in this old truck back to Oklahoma so it can be refurbished. Jump in it, drove it across, got there. They tossed me the keys. I'm like, what's this to? They says to that Freightliner right there. I said, all right, well, shit. That's a conventional truck. What you want me to do with that? They like hook up to that trailer. Wayne Wagner said he gonna give you owner operators permit. You can go on your own for being patient. Started me out with a three hundred twenty-five
Oh,
thousand dollar
that's
contract,
love.
right? So they at this time I didn't realize what truck credit was or none of that. So they knew I wasn't gonna be able to pass. So they just financed the truck for me and I paid them back. Oh, and that's how that started. And then from there I just um I think at that time people was making like 250, 300. My first year I did 375. Next year I did 400. So he like, yo, man, I'm not understanding. Like, you run different, you dead hit more, but you make more money than the drivers. So everything I'm doing is just like the drug game. You give me a motherfucking load, pay 7,000 one way, and they telling me you gotta wait three days to get a load coming back that pay 3,000. But the people that just gave me the load to pay 7,000 telling me we got another $7,000 load on the ground if you want to come get it. And it take me a day and a half to get there. I'm telling them shit. The fuel cost me 700. Fuck that. I'm out. I go down there, get the other seven, come back up, and I'm right here with the white people to get the little punk 3,000 coming down. They like, why you do that? I said, man, I just spent 1,400 round trip in fuel and made 7,000. 7 minus 14 56 while you niggas is sitting here doing nothing, waiting to make this three I'm finna make with you anyway.
Mm.
So I'm just looking at it different. They like, oh, you can't deadhead the fuel costs. Fuck that. Nigga, 700, come back 1,400, I'm coming back 5,600 profit, I'm out. Shit, in the dope game, that's a good profit. Spend 14, make 56. I'm good. That's the way I'm thinking about it. So he tells me, hey, listen, anybody like you that got felonies and shit that you want to bring in, that you stamp and guarantee. And Rambo that be coming in here, he was one of them. I brought him in. Said if they come in through you on the application, we'll hire them. And that's how I started building my own fleet. And I built my own fleet like that. Made my first 5 million in trucks. And then from there, got into the music and real estate. Trucks developed a tax problem, so pushed me into real estate, started buying real estate, and then The ball just kept rolling and rolling to the day. That's what it is. This is why these dudes, they be talking this shit they be talking. That shit don't make sense to me at all. Period.
And how old are you? How old were you at the time when you was doing all this?
Shit, that's 99. So I was 22.
Oh damn, yeah, you was young.
22.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I was
Hey,
22.
what?
Yep.
So,
See, my
so,
son and
so,
daughter's 10 years apart because I waited till I got off parole. I wasn't having no more kids while I was on parole. I waited till I got off parole. They made me do 4 years. And then I waited till I was stable in a legal job in the legal world before I wanted to have another kid. So 4 years, another 5 years with that, then her 9 years of pregnancy, 9 months of pregnancy. That's why my son and my daughter is
what you telling me
94 and
that you fell
2004.
asleep?
Yeah, I wasn't bringing another kid into this world till I knew I can fully step away from the streets. That's why I tell niggas, yo, bro, that shit you talking about don't make no sense to me. Don't want to hear it. Sorry.
Real
It was a
shit.
gay dude. It was a gay dude when I went to real estate because I wanted to do the loans and I had a felony, so they wouldn't let me be a mortgage broker. So he was a mortgage broker. So I'm like, listen, let me use your license. I'm gonna open up an office, put a team in here. I'll pay you a guaranteed 10,000 a month and $1,000 off every deal on top of that. So if I close 20 deals, he made 20,000 a month, not doing nothing. All right. I end up in Atlanta like '05 to about '08. So that market blew up.
Yep, that
So
was
I was
2000.
hustling out.
Yep, that was 2008 when
I
that
was
shit blew.
hustling, down there was a little different. You close with attorneys down there, so mortgage license allowed me to do loans. I got Kim to get a real estate license. So my man, the builder, he would send me a list of houses, 20, 30 houses. So it'd be like, I'll give you the house for 120, and then it'll appraise for 180 or 200, praise for 300, shit like that. He'd give me a list of houses. So I had everybody at the Pot Warner football fields and all that. Yo, you want to make 50, 60,000, put in your pocket, 80,000, put in your pocket? Hell yeah, I'll fly them niggas to Atlanta. Had a little 15 passenger van, had a count at the Vagabond Hotel on there. I drive them niggas around. So if the house was said 120, I put 20 on it, be 140, but then the motherfucker prays at 200. They can pull the 60,000 out, which I'm doing alone, making money over there. And then Kim handling the real estate side. And I had a HUD lady over there because they was all rehab houses who was putting the renters in them. So I'm making 20, 25,000 profit on one side off each house, plus the 3% on each house I'm doing the loan. So I milked that for 3 years. I did the real estate loans out here in California. I was making a couple more million on the side doing that on top of the truck still moving. And then the music kicked in where I went from fucking around with Suge Knight. I went to doing my own thing. And Ray J gave me a shot. '06, '07. That's when I did Sexy Can I? And we went platinum, 5-time platinum. And it was on from there. It was on. From there, it was spun off into reality TV for the love of Ray J, all that shit. 2010, 11. I picked up management on Game. 2013, Jimmy Hishman went to jail. I picked up 100% management on Game, moved him from from Interscope to E1. And all his albums from 2013 to right now has all came from E1. After that came the Blueface, and then I started doing overseas tours for other artists and bunch of shit in between and shit on up to right now today. So that's really quick story of my life.
Hey, what? Can I ask you another question real quick?
Yep.
This ain't done. So, like, from the trucking and all that, how did you really get into like the rap game business, like the managing business? Like, who
Well,
put you in there?
Suge came
That
on.
makes
Well,
sense.
99 Reggie Wright, who be coming on the app, was running Death Row. um, I started going out there doing business with him. I had a book I wrote called Infiltration. It was a 13 chapter book. I had the idea I wanted a rap artist to do a song based on each chapter of the book. I wanted to take the CD and put it on the front of the book. Dub C gave me my first real business meeting in music. You ever run into him, he'll tell you that. We went out to fucking TGI Fridays in Burbank. Me, him, and a guy named Al Pittman, who was head of security over Exhibit at the time. This is back when Dre and them first kind of let Exhibit in. Exhibit, I knew him because he used to sleep on my homie couch, J. Ro from the Alcoholics. When I used to call home from the penitentiaries to answer the phone. Exhibit's originally from New Mexico, Albuquerque. They took him in over here, made him part of the Liquid Crew, got him a job with Steve Rifkin back then, Loud Records. So it kind of started with that. And with Reggie, Suge came home like '01, '02. By this time, Death Row was fucked up. Name was gone. It went from Death Row to The Row. We had realists over there, people like that, and Crooked Eye, but he didn't have distribution. So it had the catalog to Koch, which later on became E1, which I later, ended up doing business with them. I still do business with them today. And I remember them trying to get Ray J a deal and couldn't get it. That what was funny. Then I think Reggie told the story a couple of days ago. Then I ended up getting the deal once Death Row shut down, everything was fucked up. Ray J came to me and I remember his mom and Brandon, they used to laugh at us like, that boy ain't gonna be able to get you no deal. Your music career is over with. I went out there, I think got us like 2 million. And I made DJ K Slay, the A&R, the project. Then shit, we went from there. From that came Sexy Can I.
Shit.
Shit, it was
Hell,
on from there, yeah. And I just kind of learned as I went. You know what I mean? Contracts, shit like that. I learned how to win. Joseph Isgro, you Google him, Joe Isgro. Hoffa, y'all know that movie with Jack Nicholson. That's his movie. Joseph Isgro, the last Gambino family member standing. He the one went to the feds at 10 years for payola, controlling the radio stations. He broke Michael Jackson, Van Halen, shit like that. Googling, probably one of these black people he trusts, Italian dude. He was making his move to the movie industry going full time. So he gave me my first my power piece on the board, and he blessed me with my attorney that I have today, which is very instrumental in business and entertainment business. And he blessed me with his radio team. Time was a guy named Steve Russo. So now I had independent radio, and from that I just started building my squad.
that's
Reason
real
why I'm
shit.
so successful is I don't have to use the labels. I got all my own independent teams, digital radio. I ain't got to go to this song. Easy is out. I uploaded that shit through TuneCore. That's not with no label. That's just me. It's gonna say 100 ENT TuneCore. That's it.
What pushes you
Boom.
though?
What?
I said, what push you to keep going? 'Cause a lot of people like get.
I mean, shit, life, my nigga. Once you keep climbing, shit. Challenging yourself. Kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't even do this shit for me. I didn't expect to see 18. So, my mission is to create generational wealth and make sure when I'm done running my race, shit, I qualify for a picture over the fireplace. That's it. I'm playing for the picture over the fireplace, bro. I ain't playing for the motherfucking GoFundMe or the car wash. I'm playing for that picture over the fireplace. So every now and then when they sit in one of these homes I built from scratch and this Thanksgiving or Christmas, they might look over that fireplace and look at me. They might tell a story or two. And my great grandkids and great great grandkids and great great grandkids to tell a story or two. You know what I mean? I studied the Kennedys. They ain't rich from the presidency. President only make 250, 300, 400,000 a year. They rich because every motherfucking bottle of gin that's made in the world, they get a cut of. That's
Real
why they
shit.
rich. You know
Real
what I'm
shit.
saying?
Real
So
shit.
it's like, and I had to study this shit. How many of these niggas get rich off music? Not too get wealthy off music. Not too many of them. A lot of them get rich off music. Dr. Dre got rich off music. He didn't get wealthy till he had a product. Dre Beats, Puff, the same thing. A product. Ciroc, Revolt. So I had to find my product. That's where the diapers came from. You know what I'm saying? If it happens right, I won't even live to see the success of that product. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. I feel you.
That's why when niggas go to talking that shit, they be talking. Hey, look, bro, the business I'm doing with 6ix9ine helps me power 2, 3 other businesses. Them niggas talking about how the streets gonna look. I don't give a fuck about how no nigga that ain't never been to the dentist gonna look at me. Fuck what that nigga talking about. And he better respect the fact that I am a street nigga and been where I've been and I'm breaded up. and respect the fact that your life costs 2,500 in these streets. So if it's that simple, I can, I take a drink and backslide a little bit. Might end up in a dark alley, drop a bag, keep moving, get on the jet, and go somewhere. By the time I land, is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm dangerous if I want to be. That's why I tell niggas leave me alone, mind your business, bro. I'm a mind mine. But I'm playing for keeps. Cause everything I'm doing is for my family, nigga. That means something. That's it. As long as I can take my last breath and know they straight, it don't even matter. This doctor coming to get up and running, they niggas really in trouble. Don't matter. You can send a hit squad, nigga. That's just more life insurance money they gonna get. You can do whatever you want, long as I can take my last breath and know they straight. It don't matter. Lock me in a dungeon, a cage, kill me twice. It don't matter. Everything I do is for the benefit of my family. That's it. So whatever some niggas in the parking garage is talking about, you don't supersede the thoughts of what this gonna do for my family. Not gonna happen. Period.
I respect that, what? I respect that. I appreciate you talking to me.
Yep. So that's really the quick breakdown of what it is and where I come from.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, how you got in the business with Birdman though?
Well, me and Birdman go back about what's it, 2022. So we go back to about '05 when I first met Birdman in '05, just in passing, talking. There's been a few situations that I just so happen to be there and things is going on and I helped the situation and they was allowed to get up out of there and, go on home and I never asked for nothing, and I think my first meet with Birdman is the day they did the Millie video. You go watch the Millie video with Lil Wayne, you see Wack100 with a full head of hair, Kim on the side of him. As soon as he jump off the Rolls Royce. It's my first meeting with him. And he started telling me he wanted to make a move to the West, keep doing what you're doing, and when I'm ready, I'm gonna come to you first. So, we kept in contact. You know what I mean? If I needed some tickets to an event or something, awards or something, he make it happen for me or whatever. And then shit, when he was ready to make the move, he called me. So I got a couple $1 million laying around, coming with a name up for what the your side gonna be and shit, go to work. And shit, from that came Cash Money West, and I went to work. That's just another label that I run, side of the label I run. So, we was acquainted and friends with some other shit. We always kept in contact. He come out, I pull up on him, we have dinner, I fuck with him. It was cool. When I took over Games Project, it was cool. Like you see that 100 song I do on the intro of the podcast, you know, shit, the invoice came in at 150,000 from the attorney. Called Stunner, 30 minutes later they zeroed it out. Free. It's my nigga. Let him eat. Whack, you go, you got ownership of the song. We don't want none of it. That's yours. You know what I mean? So all the Lil Wayne versus this shit, they ain't never charged me ever in life. Relationships.
Relationship is key.
And that's some dope ass shit, man. Man, hopefully everybody paying attention to listen to that nigga Wack over
Yep.
here.
Relationships.
Dropping gems like a motherfucker. Welcome to the 100 ENT show, y'all. Hey, make sure y'all click that greenhouse at the top. Follow the miles on stage. This is the 100 ENT late night edition. It's early in the morning. Man, we do this shit every other night. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all, follow, the greenhouse. Follow the moderators. Click the notification. And we just listened to Wack drop gems tonight. Man, it's been a long day, Wack.